Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel today. We're going to be quilting with the walking foot, so if you want to learn how to use this piece of sewing equipment, please stay tuned. This is the wheels quilt that I've been working on for a while now. I showed you how to make the basic block in another video. I'll put a link to this video so that you can see how I made the basic block. I hope that you can see that it's just little wheels all over the quilt. It's for my nephew's graduation. And I was trying to figure out what to do about the quilting. I decided that since the quilt has such a huge design in itself, that I'm just going to do some in the ditch quilting. So I've quilted horizontally, so I quilted all this way and I did the diamonds horizontally, and so now what I'm doing is quilting vertically. So I'm going to quilt these vertical lines, and that is what I'm going to use the walking foot for. So I'm going to flip the quilt just a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Flip the corners up. The backing fabric is actually it's just one big panel. I actually found the one, it's like 115 inches wide, so it only took one width of fabric to cover the whole backing, and I think this quilt is going to be a queen when I'm done. So I hope that you can see I used a kind of dark gray thread that matches the background on the quilt, but on the backing it's going to really show up nicely. So if you look here, these are the horizontal stripes, and so I just quilted, and then I quilted a diamond and then a line through it. So every time I quilted that way, okay, and all the way down, and so I've done all the horizontal. Now I'm just going back down and doing the vertical, and that's what I'm using the walking foot for. So let's go to the machine and we'll learn more about this foot. Here is the walking foot. This is actually a Singer walking foot. It is also called an even feed foot. If you'll notice, it has grippers on the actual foot itself. So what these do is work in coordination with the feed dogs on the sewing machine to feed the fabric from the top and the bottom at the same time. Typically, if you just have a regular foot, the feed dogs just feed the bottom in, they just work the bottom of the fabric through, and the top just kind of gets carried along. This actively grips and pulls the top of the fabric through at the same time. It's coordinated with this little arch here, and this is what, this works with the needle to be sure that it's, that both parts of the fabric are moving at the same time. Let's look at how we put it on the sewing machine. Oh, it was it's $20 at Joann's, this particular foot, but I wouldn't get it unless you have a coupon, so you pay like $10 for it. I think that's probably a standard price for it. So to put it on the machine, all you need to do is this little hook will go around the casing here, and you need to line up the white hook to go on where the needle drops. So I don't know if you can see that. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and screw it on, and then I'll move the needle up and down so that you can see how the how it coordinates to make the feed dogs work together. Let's turn this around. Okay, and so as I'm going to raise and lower the needle. How I do that? I'll just do it this way. And so you see that this part is hooked around where what moves the needle. So as the needle moves, this will move, and then it's going to coordinate with the grippers on the top. let's see how this works with the quilt in the machine. So I have the quilt on the machine. My normal setup, I do have the feed dogs up because they're going to work with the walking foot. I can use this just like I would a regular foot, so I can use my back stitch, which I always do at the top. And this is just quilting in the ditch. And so you can see how the walking foot moves as I'm stitching. And I'm just trying to keep it in the ditch as much as possible. This big quilt is on my my kitchen table so that there's plenty of room for the quilt in it, so it's not too heavy. Okay. And I won't quilt the whole thing because I'm not a fast sewist. So I know it's going to take a while, but I'll show you. This is just so you can see how the walking foot works. And you can see that I'm just pushing a little bit of the top through as I'm stitching. And I feel like it's starting to pull now, so what I'll do is I just stop and kind of fix it so that it's not so heavy. And I'll go through one more diamond, and I think that's it. The walking foot, it can also be used to create designs across the quilt. So if you want to do like diagonal lines and you have a little guide, you can use the walking foot to help with that too. It's not just for stitching in the ditch. You can also quilt designs. I don't know about free motion quilting. I think I saw something about free motion quilting with a walking foot, but I don't remember it well enough to even try. I don't think personally that that's something that I'm ready to do at any rate. And again, I just noticed that part of this was not in the ditch. It doesn't matter. By the time this quilt is finished and washed, that won't make that much of a difference to the person who's getting the quilt. So, I'm going to finish this line and then I'll come back on camera and show you what it looks like. This is the row that I have just finished stitching using my walking foot. You can see once it comes with the in with the diamonds, you can't really tell hopefully where one part ends and where another one begins. It's really cool. So when I get all of these done, all these vertical lines, then I'm going to go back and stitch some of these end of the rows haven't been done yet, so I'm going to do those, and then I'm going to come back and start doing the individual blocks. I already did one just to see how it was going to work. You can't see it from the other side, so I'm just showing you the back side. And I have not hid these threads on purpose because I have to remind myself that I need to go back and do this. So this will be the next step after I get all of these vertical rows stitched. So thank you for tuning into my video. I'm so excited to have this quilt almost done. I think my nephew is going to love it. If you have any questions, leave them below and I will do my best to answer them. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time on our next video. Thank you. Bye.